All right. Hello. And excuse me. Welcome to the first Be Local podcast of 2026. I have a new co-host with me, Ashley Gentry,
whoop, whoop.
Who you might know from Winning Women's Wednesday or
Unemployable with
podcast
Rick. Yes.
with Rick Davis. And we are very honored that she accepted this co-host role. So hopefully every Monday morning we'll be seeing her sitting next to me. We're talking about all things Plano. And hi, Ashley.
Hi, Tanner.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was great, but it wasn't as eventful as yours.
We just snuck in I think we got back to the house about 1:30 this morning.
A.M.
Friday was Kat and I's anniversary.
I know, happy anniversary.
Thank you very
amazing.
Much. Thank you. And in true Kat and Tanner fashion, we decided to get out of town for a couple days.
It so cracks me up because if people actually you are so I wouldn't say structured like in a bad way, but like you have your processes and your systems and like doing all of these things, and then you just be like, let's just go standby and let's just see what happens. And we'll miss our flight. I know, and you saw we
missed our flight.
You missed your flight going in, and then you kept on having delays going out. And I'm like, it just cracks me up. I love that.
There's I guess there's two sides to me. There's one side that's like very like structured and like it's got to go perfect, and you plan a bit. Tanner, Kat calls me Tanner the Planner.
I like that.
And then because there's Tanner the Planter up in Prosper, the really good store. Famous in Oregon. I'll tell you about it some other time.
Okay, got it.
But she calls me Tanner the Planner.
Okay.
And then there's that other side where it's just like, fly by the seat of her. Yeah.
You're like that pig with the pinwheel out of the car.
We don't book a hotel till we're wheels down. Like we're on the tarmac. We don't rent a car. I mean, all over the world, that's kind of the strategy. Because, for example, last time we were going to Bali, we had to go through Australia or through New Zealand is what we wanted to do. Well, Kat's visa didn't clear. So we're at the airport, standing in line to get on, waiting for her visa to clear, and it didn't. So we had to hop a flight to Australia instead. So we can't book hotels or anything till we land. But it was great. We got to see 3 Broadway shows.
Ooh, which one was your favorite?
Okay, so I saw maybe Happy Ending was probably my favorite.
Oh,
we
I
saw
don't know that
6.
one.
Yeah, it won a lot of awards last year.
Okay, got it.
So it's new. It's kind of an original thing. I wanted to see something that I didn't know the story to. So we saw Book of Mormon because all of my friends have seen Book of Mormon, and they're not really like most of them aren't like theater people. So like that's like that's in their wheelhouse. It's funny. It's a good one. Then we went and saw Maybe Happy Ending, which was actually recommended from a local theater owner in Plano. So Rover Drama Works. I was having lunch with one of the owners there, and he was talking about that. He's like, that's the best play I've seen.
Well, now you have something to talk to him about.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
And then we saw 6.
What's that?
Which is about the 6 wives of Henry VIII.
Okay,
and
that'll
each
do
of
it.
them, they're kind of in a competition on who had it worst. And so it's very cool, like modern take. That was probably the most entertaining.
Okay.
Maybe Happy Ending like really made you think. It's about like robots that are obsolete in the future and like how they kind of navigate the world where they're no longer like required and like what is meaning, right? And
this is very deep.
And
Tanner.
then Book of Mormon obviously is like this kind of satirical. A little sacrilege in it, but it's a good funny one. It
didn't get struck by lightning, so that's a positive.
And it's written by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, who do South Park. So like obviously it's a little
we do
crude.
like South Park in our house.
I know. So I do too. I do too. And then we went and saw a comedy show. We went to the Museum of Modern Art, so I got to see starring. Well, because we went to. I think the Musée d'Orsay in Paris, we wanted to see a lot of Van Gogh, and they had like a lot of Van Gogh, but they didn't have Starry Night. And
the Starry Night.
And so we'd never seen Starry Night. And so the Museum of Modern Art had Starry Night. So that's what we went for. And then Salvador Dali's the clocks, like the melting clocks, all the Andy Warhol, like the soup cans and like all that stuff was there.
So you packed a lot of punch in like 2 days.
44 hours or something there. And 3 Broadway shows, Comedy Club. We saw great food, went to Ellen Stardust, which is like the off-Broadway. All the people are performing. What else do we do? We stayed right on Times Square, almost free. Like it was the anniversary trip. The Broadway shows were a gift from my mother for Christmas.
Oh, that's great! And
then we fly for free because she's a flight attendant, and we booked the hotel on points. So 3 days in New York cost us like nothing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you. Yeah. But, so anyway, but now we're back in Plano and we're talking about Plano.
That's great. And the funny part is like you're doing all of this. I'm starting to hive, which I'm glad I have a higher neckline right now because I don't even like going to a restaurant before I look at the menu.
Oh,
and you're sitting there, do standby and everything else. I'm like, that's insane. That's what I love about you, Tanner.
Thank you. And we do have like some like the we can get into one of the lounges sometimes.
Sure.
So it's like a comfortable like sitting around sometimes, but it's fun to like not know sometimes. Just wee.
And then back to reality.
Okay. Yeah. Because we got a busy, a lot of stuff going on here locally. As you know, Ashley is a longtime local real estate agent here in Plano, the former president of Metrotex. What are you doing right now? Like, what are your current titles?
So I am, I guess, just a past president of Metrotex now because I'm immediate past once removed. But I still am on the executive team one more year because we did the largest merger in organized real estate history this past year, which was great.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, with it was huge.
Big moves.
Yeah, it was great, which just helps continue to strengthen the local real estate infrastructure for everybody. I mean, we've really tried to be more than just an ancillary business offering to realtors with their MLS and different tools that they need, but being a conduit to developers and local politicians and realtors and lenders and all the affiliated business relationships, because ultimately, like we've seen in the news, real estate makes the world go round.
Yes, ma'am.
And so we've seen a lot of articles and a lot of statements made just over the past couple of days in regards to the Fed and Jerome Powell and interest rates and talking about credit card interest rates being capped and all of those things, because housing affordability is really a huge thing. I don't care if you rent a home, own a home, are looking to want to own a home one day. These are all things we should be paying attention to. And but at the same time, really proud to be in Plano, which honestly was the epicenter of growth, during COVID and for several years worldwide for real estate and investment and infrastructure and bringing businesses here. And that's a testament to our city leadership that we've had for quite some time.
Absolutely. And there's been some big news just in the past few days. Now, we have a lot of corporate presence here.
We do.
Frito-Lay is here.
Correct.
Toyota headquarters is now here. And just like in the periphery, I know we've got like United Health has a big thing here. Boeing has a big plant here. Just off of outside of the Plano city limits, we get TI and Raytheon and Cisco
Correct.
Systems, and a lot of other really big companies, a lot of corporate relo.
State Farm.
Yeah, big State Farm building
Big
right there
State Farm.
at 75 and Bush. But there's some big news that came out just a couple days ago, and I didn't have time to digest it because we were
flying by the seat of your pants.
Yeah, we were flying by the seat of our pants. So, do you want to enlighten the crowd on what?
Just like anything else, I mean, you've got a lot of people that are eyeballing Plano. Where I think there's only about 4% undeveloped land in Plano, so there's not a lot of ability to develop new, other than the amazing Haggard Farm development that just got approved right there off of the Dallas North Tollway. So that's going to be a huge mixed-use development. I think they said somewhere like 187 townhomes on top of retail and single-family and commercial. So that's going to be a huge other hotspot right off of the Dallas North Tollway. So that's going to be amazing. But I think AT&T moving their worldwide headquarters to Plano is pretty big news.
Huge news.
It is huge news. I mean, they've got this huge presence in downtown Dallas. The AT&T Plaza is down there. They really tried to redevelop that area into certain things. So I think it was a surprise for people that they would, pack up and move shop. And I don't think it's going to happen until 2028 because they need to retrofit where they're going over there on the West Corridor and that legacy business plaza over there. So it's going to be huge. I think that's what they've done in downtown Dallas was amazing and admirable. And I'm really excited to see what they do in the way of creating a campus and some lifestyle around there. But I think that's big news, and hopefully we'll continue to attract Fortune 500 companies to move into Plano.
It is cool to see like the churn in new blood. Like you said, Plano is relatively built out, right?
Is, yeah.
And so whenever something new comes in, when we lose something, say one door closes, the other opens, right? There's always something cool coming right behind it. We were... we did one of the holiday celebrations over Christmas at the Willow Bend Mall at Neiman Marcus.
Yeah.
Beautiful Willow Bend Mall. And like when I grew up in McKinney, so when like that was all getting built, like that was so cool. Like the Willow Bend, the mall, because I'd always gone to Collin Creek.
It was like our North Park.
Yeah, for sure. So it's just a really cool space. But Willow Bend will be closing its stores.
Yeah, Willow Bend is closing, and there's been a lot of conjecture as to what is actually going to be redeveloped there.
I've heard rumors.
Yeah, so I mean, you've got all those wonderful restaurants that are anchored, not attached to the mall. And from what I understand, they're really probably trying to keep some of that infrastructure right there. But I mean, and it's all gossip, but you got sports teams that are eyeballing that location. The Mavericks and the Stars are looking to relocate.
Oh my, could you imagine? That's like 8 minutes from my house. So like the idea of being able to drive like, just down the road and see a Mavs game or a Stars game, just like, I don't know, I'm giddy about it.
No, it's
like
huge.
Literally. Yeah.
Well, and that's what they talk about, and not trying to say this since Minneapolis is in the news, but that's what they used to, the Twin Cities, right? St. Paul and Minneapolis, because those were the two hotspots where you would work and live and entertainment. And that really is, North Texas now. You've got, Dallas, and then you've got what we like to call downtown North Texas, which is where Allen, McKinney, Frisco, and Plano all intersect, right? And so that's where the rapid growth is going. I think that's where the businesses know. I mean, AT&T moving their campus wasn't just signaling because of cost infrastructure for the company alone. It's work-life balance for their employees. It's for them to be able to recruit and retain top-tier staff and talent and doing those things, because there's obviously still massive development going on in a drivable distance to commute to Plano. So, those are really what these businesses are looking at. People, as the younger generation, such as ourselves, I think we can still call ourselves the younger generation, right?
Yeah, I'm still younger until somebody tells me otherwise.
Okay, good.
At the comedy club, they called me an old man. Okay. Because Kat's younger than me, and like it's apparent, like you can tell.
Got it.
And so there were some crude jokes coming around from.
Well, I think we've gotten to the age where like young people think we're old and old people think we're young.
For sure, 100%.
So
that's literally,
I'll take that. So like going into one room, they're like, "You're too young to have a kid," and then the next room, they're like, "Oh my gosh, okay." I digress, but I have to tell you the story. So I went to, Where is right there next to the food hall in Legacy West? Haywire.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I love Haywire.
So Shauna Quisto and I met for happy hour a couple of weeks ago before we went to go play Mahjong for the first time. Yes, I've entered my Mahjong era. So that maybe is not saying my age either. But we had a drink before we went and played Mahjong. And the bartender was this younger woman. She was really cute. And she came over to me and she goes, "Oh my gosh. Did you go to," and she said, a local university. I don't know. It was, somewhere in, I think it was Texas State or something. And I said, "No, I didn't." I'm thinking she starts to say, "You look just like this girl, blah, blah, blah." And I said, "Oh, well, that's not me." And she goes, "You don't have a daughter that goes to college?"
Oh no!
Sean and I both are sitting there, and I'm like, she thinks I just graduated with her. She's probably 26 and everything else. And she goes, "So your daughter didn't go to college?" God. Yeah. So that's the era that we're in. But then I can go play pickleball with my friends, and they don't think I'm old enough to have a kid. Yeah, because they're all older. So that's what's great there. But no, I mean, in regards to everything else, I think, like I said, the younger generation and what we're looking for, they want experiences. They want to have, lifestyle rhythm. That doesn't mean nightclubs. Yeah. That's different now, right? They want trails. They want retail. They want experiences when they go out to eat and doing these things. And we're attracting restaurateurs from all over the world to open up different types of fine dining or casual dining experiences all over, Collin County. And so that's what makes it so desirable. And these businesses know that if they're going to do that they need to put their new headquarters and plant those roots in areas that people want to come to. And I think this is the same thing for the sports, right? Yeah. One, it's a little easier to get to. 100%. You probably have better infrastructure. People all over North Texas can get to, because that's what people think. They think we're in Oklahoma, Tanner.
Yeah.
Do people?
It's just up the road.
It's just up the. It is.
It's literally just up the road.
It's just up the road. But people outside of the loop.
Oh yeah.
Think we're in Oklahoma.
Oh, I mean, I lived in Uptown when I was younger, right next to Hotel Zaza, and so right then north of Lemon might as well have been Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And then I moved to M Streets, and then north of 635
Correct.
Might as well have been Oklahoma. And then I moved to North Dallas, and then the idea of north. I mean, so perspective, it feels like it's far, but it's not.
It's not, but that's what's so interesting now is that you can actually. We had our realtor installation in East Dallas, and everybody, no matter where you came from, even from Dallas, drove over an hour to get there.
Oh.
So me driving from Plano was the same as somebody driving from North Dallas to get to East Dallas. And I think that's just the realization of infrastructure challenges, traffic, those type of things. So when you're talking about sports, concerts, these venues attracting people to continue to come and to spend that money, nobody can disagree that when you have 121, D&T, 75, George Bush,
all of them.
People all over the Metroplex can get to those type of activities.
Yeah, it is. We are right in the middle. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of some of the toll roads, but we are right in the middle of can get anywhere in 10 minutes. I mean, it's with the highways that kind of frame most of Plano. It makes it really easy to get around. It makes it really easy to get through the city. And we were me and my cat were making a joke about Plano can't hypotenuse.
Oh, what is this? What is this joke? What is this joke? I need to hear this.
Well, we were looking at Plano. Plano is. I love the way Plano's laid out because you have several. Basically, it's a grid system.
Sure.
Right, and then each of those inside each of those pockets, you have similar services. You've got a neighborhood community. Usually you have an elementary school in almost all of them.
Right.
So kids don't have to walk across a major street in order to walk to school, which I thought is brilliant.
Yeah.
You have walking trails that connect all of those, but it's a grid. So we are always doing some sort of construction somewhere, but that doesn't necessarily make it hard to get anywhere because you can just hop one street over. But you always end up stair stepping down or something else. Plano can't hypotenuse. There's no. What
is the definition of hypotenuse?
Hypotenuse is it is on a right triangle.
Okay.
It's the diagonal between those 2 points. So it would be it would be cutting diagonal. It'd be shorter than doing this.
Okay.
But Plano's in that grid system. It's just a joke. You can never cut through.
Got it.
Diagonally through. You've got to go this way. And
Waves
this way.
of geography class just came through
I thought,
my head.
Pythagorean theorem, a squared, b squared, c squared.
Did you retain all of that?
I remember stupid stuff, and I forget this such important things.
I just don't catalog certain things away, and I'm just that's what my phone's for.
Yeah, my cat's always she's like, how did you remember that and not this? That is the, and I was like,
it's just a wiring system.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, I didn't bring this. I'm just riding this vehicle here. I can't tell you what's going on subconsciously or anything.
No, I love that, and that's why you're in North Plano. So am I. We live just a few minutes away from each other, and that. So what has that been like for you? Because you've been there, 6 months now, 7 months?
We moved in April, May, right?
Okay, yeah,
so long. So 8
7, 8 months,
8 months, yeah, okay. It's been fantastic. Yeah. So I grew up in North Texas, in McKinney. So Plano was always established when I was younger, and there's kind of a faux rivalry when I was a kid between McKinney and Plano, right? Because McKinney was growing really fast, and we were a big 5A school, so we'd play Plano and Allen and all of that. But it's just a fantastic city.
Yeah.
I mean, you know where we live because you said, Ashley is my realtor.
Yeah.
So you helped us buy our house. We love exactly where we are. We love the fact that we're maybe 10 minutes from just about everything. And then not just Plano. Plano's great in its own right.
Sure
but
it is.
All of the different cities and municipalities that touch Plano are also awesome. From Allen or Richardson or the Colony, or over there, Wiley, Lucas, Parker area. Murphy, don't want to forget Murphy, or Fairview and how much that's grown up. So all of this retail shopping, all of this entertainment. Have you seen Troy Aikman that's putting in that new amphitheater, outdoor amphitheater with the fire pits and stuff up in McKinney. So there's just so much entertainment. The food is fantastic everywhere.
And it's getting better. It's getting better every day. I mean, you've been traveling all the local spots, which I love because I am not as adventurous, and not because I don't love food. It's just I'm always on the go, and so I have my rinse and repeat and doing all of those things. And so to watch it through your lens and see you and Kat hobnobbing around the different joints in Plano, especially the locally owned ones, I think is awesome. But we're very blessed here to have such a variety.
Yeah, absolutely. And we kind of made when I started the whole Be Local thing, we kind of made this joke of being like, well, I guess we're not going to Whataburger anymore. We're not going to like McDonald's, right? Like as we have to explore all these new places, and now we're struggling to pick like which local hotspot is.
Have you been to Salsa's?
No.
Oh, you haven't been
Salsa's?
to the Mexican restaurant?
No, which one?
It's literally just like a few minutes from our house.
Okay, done.
Okay, you need to try there.
We've been going, we religiously go to Cavino's. Do you know where Cavino's is?
The Italian restaurant.
Parker and Independence.
So do you know?
Or they call it Joe's, I guess, when you're.
Have you met him?
Oh yeah, he's great. He's fantastic.
No, it's great. It's BYOB.
It's BYOB. So yeah, you can bring a nice bottle. You don't feel like you get overcharged for wine, which is great.
They're just feeding you. They just want to feed you.
Chicken agnolotti, chicken aristocrat. I
That's
cannot say. Yeah, and they have burrata. It's off menu.
Ooh,
so it's not on the menu.
I do love burrata.
The burrata. Yeah, they don't tell you it's there, but if you ask for it, they will give it to you.
It's like a secret code.
Yeah, and we're just trying out new places.
What's your favorite so far?
We can. I mean, Cavino's is my number one. There's another, and I'm going to butcher it. It's called Bella something in.
They don't mind if you butcher
just
it.
Just north of me. I'll have to look it up.
Okay.
And like put in the comments or something.
What are they?
We just did it's Italian.
Okay, got it.
We just did a ribbon cutting at a brunch place, breakfast brunch place called Urban Egg right there in Plano Town Center. Have you been there?
No, I haven't. So I used to go to Original Chop Shop, and then it wasn't there one day, and I was like, oh, geez. But I go to Bella Green next door, which is really great. So I think it's awesome. Great. Yeah, I think it's awesome that they have the brunch spot in Bella Green. And there's a lot of synergy, I think, between the people that probably would go to both of those restaurants.
Yeah, and that whole Preston Town Center is like one of my shopping hubs because like REI's there, and I love REI. Like that's the place.
Have
REI
you gone
and Half Price Books? Like they're like right there, and so like those are two places I can spend like 3 hours if you let me.
Hey, are there DVD or CDs at Half Price Books?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
You do CDs. There might even be cassettes. They definitely have DVDs.
Alex is now obsessed with physical media. And
is she learning that like you're signing up for a subscription licensing that you don't own anything?
Yeah,
people are dictating what you can and can't see.
Yeah, no, she's
it's like rotating through.
She is so anti like taking away from artists and like AI generated stuff.
Good for her.
And everything else, which makes it hard because when I'm using like Chat or Claude, she just looks at me and she stares. I'm like, baby, I'm not. Yeah, I'm so sorry. But. You know, I think it's great that that's a passion of hers. She loves, she's a creative and all of those things. And I think as she gets older, she'll understand that there's a way to utilize it as a tool. It doesn't have to be the replacement. Okay, just like realtors think that AI is replacing us, right? I mean, like, it doesn't have
leverage.
It's just using it as leverage. But we're leaning into it. I mean, she got a vinyl player, I think, a year and a half ago or something like that. Okay. And so she's really getting into music. But now we just got her first DVD player. Or sorry, CD player.
Okay.
So I know.
I feel like the CD player is great. Like I grew up I was a CD era. I was just after like cassette. My first form of musical media was a cassette.
Yeah, same.
But
it was New Kids on the Block for me, by the way.
Was it? It was. I think I had Garth Brooks Pieces. Was mine.
I love that.
And then it quickly into CDs. Like cassettes were out, but like all cars had cassette players.
Sure.
So
and then you had the adapter that was the cassette player that plugged
came out of it,
and it was real crappy.
In.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it was great. We loved it.
As we like transition from technology to technology, it was always fun to see like how we come up with like the
adapters,
gap, the stop gap that got us in between.
But no, so she's like completely obsessed. We went to Target yesterday and she got what did she get? She got Twice, which is she's super into K-pop.
Okay,
so that's
is
where
that like the K-pop Demon Hunter thing too. Is she into this?
Oh no, she loved K-pop Demon Hunters. In fact, she tells me all the time. I know. Well, she makes fun of me because she would want to watch it on. She was like, "It's really good." I'm like, "I don't want to watch a cartoon," and then I watch it and I'm like dancing in the background with her.
That's what Kat said. She was listening to it on Spotify and she's like, "Okay, like no joke, like."
We need to watch it.
Yeah, it's like it's a bop.
And it won an award last night.
Did it?
Yeah,
I didn't watch. It was Golden Globes last night.
I don't know. I don't watch those award shows anymore. They make me sick. I'm just like, oh, cool, it won an award. I saw it on social media. So, but I say all that to say, it's so interesting to see this younger generation, younger than us, they really want to hear music again. They want to be involved in the arts and theater. And I think we kind of went away from that because we have streaming and all of these things. So it's like, no, I'm not going to go to the theater. I'm just going to watch it at home, right? Same thing with sporting events and all of those things. And so, you know, it swings one way. Of course, it swings back the other way. And so now this younger generation is pushing back. They want to have experiences. They want to physically touch the media. They want to do all of these things. And I will tie that back to, you know, being in Plano and in North Texas and Collin County. Every time we turn around, the amphitheater, you know, some sort of, you know, Toyota Music Factory is looking at coming out here, like all of these different things, so we can get artists and arts back into the communities, which I think is so incredibly cool. And, you know, really big national names are going to want to come and play here. That's the amazing part. Because when they come, they're going to enjoy it. They're going to enjoy spending a couple of days traveling in Plano and going to Legacy West and the restaurants and hanging out and doing these things. And that's I think, is what's so cool, is the draw for talent to actually want to come to North Texas.
I actually hadn't thought about that, but that's an excellent point. Speaking of the arts and growing, you created a great segue, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to talk about this, but there is a local theater here called Rover Drama Works.
Okay.
They're in the Cox Playhouse in East Plano.
Okay.
It's a 501(c)(3). It's a nonprofit.
Awesome.
They put on some really cool shows.
Okay.
Small theater. So they specialize in, they say we do plays by famous people, but not their famous plays, like the plays that made them famous. Oh, right.
Okay.
And so this is
they're more obscure stuff that does.
It's more obscure stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So like if you're interested, this is the poster. I got all wrinkled in my car, but this is called The Lady Demands Satisfaction.
Oh.
It is. It starts, I think, January 15th, goes to the 1st of February at Rover Drama Works. So sign up, get yourself a ticket. I have no idea how much tickets are, but Rover.
Are you going to go see it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's awesome.
So we've been kind of on a musical theater kick.
I love that.
We did Hamilton. We've got Wicked tickets in June when they come to tour here, and then we did the 3 Broadway shows before, and then this is going to be the Rover Drama Works is going to be a staple for us. Like we're just, whenever they have a new show, we're just going to.
Well, I'm going to need to take your advice because Alex is 12 now. She's 12 going on 30. But I still want to act like I'm an appropriate parent. Make sure that when I take her to things, it's not too adult.
Like adult, yeah.
Well, I mean, she's very adult, and I took her to Heather's at the. I mean, so that's all right. She's seen Hamilton.
Okay.
You know, definitely is sending me all the stuff that's coming to town. So you're going to need to help me with that a little bit.
I will preview the show and report back.
Okay.
Because I'd love to see Alex more involved with that. With the physical media, I love the fact that kids are getting back though. There used to be something about like you could tell who somebody was, and like a lot about a person based on like their DVD collection, their CD collection, their vinyls.
100%.
You're just like, because it's where you invested your money and time. Right now, we're kind of at the mercy of the streaming services. And what has frustrated me is Kat doesn't see a lot of movies. She doesn't. It's not that she doesn't like them. She's not where she spends her time.
Yeah.
And so we decided we were going to go back and watch all of the like Oscar Best Pictures from since 2000.
I thought you were going to say all the Scream movies because the new one's coming out. But
no, she doesn't do horror either.
Oh, okay, got it.
Are you a horror movie fan?
Yes, I am. But as I became a parent, I have gone the other way because I realized that there could be actual truth to some of these horror movies. So it kind of freaks me out. But I still watch it, and my child loves to freak me out, which... Yeah. In due fashion, that's what I used to do to my mother. So it's great.
So what I've found is that they keep all of these streaming services in order to keep us dependent on all of them. They start rotating through the content, right? Yeah. And so what was available last week isn't available this week, and like so, I'm getting really frustrated. It's like $3.99 to rent the thing that I could have had last week, but I just didn't. And so nobody owns anything anymore.
I know.
Like I've got a subscription to it. I've got access to more than I could I could spend hours just scrolling through.
But you don't have 300 movies at home.
But I don't have like, oh my God, this is my favorite movie, and like show somebody and like put it in the DVD player.
I know.
I don't know. I haven't had a CD skip in a long time.
Well,
actually, that's funny. My wife has a Prius that is 2013.
Okay.
Her Bluetooth skips.
Oh.
You can literally bang the hood to fix it. You can like bang on the dashboard to fix it.
Do you open the trunk and blow on it?
Yeah,
I mean that's
like the old Nintendo. I have an original Nintendo. By the way,
awesome.
to do that. Yeah, when Alex gets into like old school video games,
she does.
I will bust out. I've got the trackpad that you can like run on, like the original like Dance Dance Revolution pad from like 1988.
Did you have the headgear for Duck Hunt?
No, not the headgear. I've got the gun.
No, you had the headgear, and you would talk into it, and you would say fire, and it would fire for you the ducks. And this was like in the early 90s. But I realized you could say any F word, so I'd say fart. That was yeah. I know it was great. That was as vulgar as I was at that time.
That's
See, Mom?
funny.
But no, I mean, so it's fun, and it's fun that in our backyard we could drive 10 minutes to go see something, do something, and that's why I'm excited to live here and be a part of the community. I'm excited to raise an amazing daughter that has access to all of these really, really cool things. And you know what I'm really excited about is the fact that I'm business on top right now, and people don't see I'm pickleball on the bottom because I'm going to go play pickleball after this. But I feel like I'm really a news anchor, right? Like, did they ever wear pants? Did they actually wear pants?
You have to. No.
Yeah.
Well, before when this the studio was, or what, I don't know.
Oh,
5,
yeah,
6
you didn't
months
have
ago,
the drape.
You didn't have the drape, so you had to wear pants.
Okay, so I am wearing pants.
Okay.
I'm just wearing
Can confirm.
yes, workout pants and my pickleball shoes. But it's funny, and as this topic comes up a lot, because we had Pickleball Kingdom that was at 15th and Custer, and unfortunately, it is no more. It is a shell of a building at the moment. And then a bunch of us went to Ace in Frisco. And so, but there were so many people that lived on the eastern corridor of Plano, like in Murphy and East Plano and those places that we were talking about. So hightailing it, near Stonebriar Mall is a lot. And then Ace is opening up a second location at Park and Preston.
Okay, nice.
So in that corridor,
that's right near,
which is going to be great. And then you have Dill Dinkers that's about to open up off of 75.
Dill Dinkers, pickleball Dill Dinkers.
You get it right. And dinking, pickleball dink. So Dill Dinkers. Now, Mark Koretsky said he will absolutely never play at a facility called Dill Dinkers because he thinks the name is just moronic. But I think it's kind of funny. Ooh. I know. I
think it's great.
It's great. All different business models, but that one's off of 75 and like Plano Parkway. So that's going to be the closest for those people off that corridor. But everybody always asks me, because I play pickleball like 6 days a week. And they're like, well, which one's closer to you? And I'm like, I'm in North Plano. And they're like, so you're close to everything. Yeah. And I'm like, I am. I'm literally 15 minutes to the Stonebriar location. I'm 12 and a half minutes to, the Park and Preston location. I'll be 9 minutes to Dill Dinkers, and I was 10 minutes to play Pickleball Kingdom. And I laugh because I just say, that's what's so convenient about, especially living where we do in kind of like that nucleus of Plano, that we can get anywhere. And I can play pickleball at 4 different facilities in under 15 minutes.
That's pretty amazing.
I know.
Have you tried to make like a hop around and do multiple?
No, because they're not all open and stuff yet. But I mean, that's just where I say, and that's my love language, is how quickly can I get to pickleball? But I think that just says again that we've got amazing development going on. Our city leadership are attracting things that our communities want, and whether it's physical entertainment, or if it's sports and recreation, or restaurants, or big businesses, new infrastructure, and affordable, and I say affordable, not in the way of, I think people think about affordable, but mixed type of housing that is the barrier to entry is easier. So like I said, townhomes and different dwellings like that, because people that live here or grow up here do still want to grow up here.
Yeah, I mean,
grow their families here.
You hate to be growing up, come of age, and be like, oh, I can no longer afford the community I grew up in.
Correct.
And then you have to go somewhere else before you can come back, right? And I know, I'm glad they're addressing that, because it's not cheap to live in Plano.
It's not cheap to live in Plano. Really, honestly, it's not cheap to live anywhere anymore at the same time, because you have so many things close by. People don't have to travel outside of our community, so there's a cost savings there. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about our taxes really quickly, because Plano has one of the lower tax rates.
I didn't know that when we moved. That wasn't like a decision that we wanted to come here for other reasons.
Sure.
But that was a pleasant surprise to learn that our local taxes are lower.
Because we have smart city leadership that is looking at other ways to diversify, revenue streams and tax, income. And so that's what's great. It's not just on the back of the residents, but for your tax dollars, you're getting so much. When people move here, when I'm relocating people from other areas of the country, and not just in Plano, but one of the number one things they'll tell me is that your road networks. And I'm like, what do you mean about our road networks? Well, one, they're intuitive. You have so many different options, but they're clean, and they're put together. They're not old and breaking down. And I know there's obviously different, areas where we're seeing the construction, but we don't know how good we have it unless you leave it. And so that's kind of, those will be my parting words is I know it's easy to pick on things and I know it's easy to complain about, being in Plano and, oh gosh, Independence is under construction again, and all of these other things. And man, the neighborhood apps, those are always great, but we are very blessed to live where we live. And I'm really excited to continue to see what Plano has in store. And I'm really excited that you're a part of Be Local and bringing good news to the community and highlighting amazing businesses too. That's pretty awesome.
Super duper excited. Speaking of amazing businesses, if you are a small business owner and you want to get more involved, you want to learn more about what's going on, or you want to connect better, the Plano Chamber of Commerce is a great place to stop by.
Yes, it is.
Come by Friday mornings. There's 2 sessions, one at 7:45 and one at 9. You get to give a little pitch. There's really, really good people there.
That's awesome.
Get involved with some ribbon cuttings. Get to see some of the new businesses that are coming to Plano. So that's a shout out to businesses. And before we wrap this up, I do want to give a quick wish luck to Amber Glenn, who is an Olympic a figure skater, aspiring Olympian figure skater. So I think they're going through the trial process. She's from local Plano here.
That's awesome.
So local celebrity that I wanted to wish her the best of luck in everything, and we're cheering for you, Amber. And with that, I think we're out of time. First episode in the book for 2026. We will have more structure probably moving forward. Good. But it was really great to have you on, and I hope you'll continue to be my co-host here moving forward.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
All right, buddy.
Take care, guys.
We'll see you later.
Bye.